The Eight Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Yes, so today we're going to examine 4 out of these laws. I wish that I knew these laws early in life, but then it is never too late. Thank God that I am learning them now. So today we are going to examine 4 laws: Law 15, 16, 17, and 18. Law 15 says, crush your enemy totally. Crush your enemy. All great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Sometimes they have learned this the hard way. If one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, a fire will eventually break out. More is lost through slopping halfway than through total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him, not only in body but in spirit. The enemy that we're talking about here may not necessarily be a human being, but as human beings, we all have one common enemy: the devil. Crush him completely. And we also have other enemies: the flesh, laziness, procrastination, indiscipline, bad habits, bad addiction, and so on. Everything that is against your progress in life is your enemy. Anyone that is against your progress, your well-being, is your enemy. Crush your enemy completely. In your struggle for power, you will stir up rivalries and create enemies. There will be people you cannot win over, but they are going to remain your enemies no matter what. Such enemies wish you ill. They don't wish you well. They don't want you to progress. They don't want you to be happy. And there is nothing that they want from you. They want to eliminate you. They want to get rid of you. But you have to make the first move. You have to be smarter. Crush your enemy. And as human beings, we must not settle for half victory. You are trying to crush your enemy because you see that he's already on the ground, he's already weak. Then you leave him alone and you go about celebrating that victory. That enemy is going to gain strength and then will come back to deal with you more. In fact, it's going to catch you unawares. So there is nothing like partial victory. It has to be total victory. You must eliminate the enemy completely. Don't ever be caught off guard. The solution is to have no mercy. Do not take their hatred personally. Crush your enemies as totally as they would crush you, because if they have the opportunity, they are going to crush you. Ultimately, the only peace and security you can hope for from your enemies is their disappearance. Because if your enemy does not disappear, if your enemy is not eliminated completely, you will never be at peace. You will always be on the defensive. You will always be guarding yourself, always watching, too cautious, because you know that the enemy can strike back at any time. That is why you must not let your guard down. Don't be carried away by partial victory. Don't say that, oh, I've overcome this bad habit, and then you go and rest. You don't take charge. You're not praying anymore. You're not watching what you do anymore. You just throw caution to the wind. The comeback of the enemy is always worse than the first time. Once a major victory is achieved, there must be no talk of rest. There must even be no negotiation with the enemy. The reason why your enemy is still coming to you to try to be friendly with you is because he has no choice and is looking for loopholes to attack you again. Don't ever allow it. Don't ever allow your enemy to have a place in your life. Allow your enemies no options. Annihilate them, and their territory is yours to carve. The goal of power is to control your enemies completely, to make them obey your will. You cannot afford to go halfway. You must go all out, all in, completely. Be realistic. If you are not ruthless with your enemies, you will never be secure, and you are not in a position to do away with them or banish them from your presence. Having an enemy in your camp will never make you secure, will never make you be at peace, because the enemy is always plotting against you. You are the one thinking that, oh, everywhere is okay, I'm fine. No, if only you knew what the enemy is planning for you, then you will do better. You will never let your guard down. Law 16 says, use absence to increase respect and honor. We all learned, or maybe not all of us, some of us did economics in school, and one of the things that we learned is the law of scarcity. When something is scarce, the value is likely to increase. Listen to this. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. You don't always want to be around, especially when you see that there is over familiarity, people don't respect you anymore. Your presence means nothing anymore. Intentionally, you can make yourself scarce. You can just go somewhere. There are some people that must not be seeing you all the time. The more they see you, the more you lose value and respect and honor before them. Everything in the world depends on absence and presence. A strong presence will draw power and attention to you, and you shine more brilliantly than those around you. But at a point, it is inevitable that your presence becomes too much, and it begins to have opposite effects. Instead of people seeing you and rejoicing and seeing something new about you and they want to be around you, they begin to just move away. They're not even bothered anymore because they see you all the time. Some of us, yeah, I'm sure you know as well, that maybe when you're just dating your spouse, both of you long to see each other. The moment you don't see each other for some days or some weeks, you are longing to see the love of your life. But if somebody that comes around every time, you see him in the morning, you see him in the evening, you see, this author says that there is no room for your imagination to roam. There is nothing to fantasize about. There is nothing to look forward to. you know the overfamiliarity is too much, and then that's when we say that the love is not really shocking you. But when you see the person once in a while, you look forward to their presence. You must learn to play the game of hide and seek. There are some people that you must just step away from if you want to preserve your honor and your respect with them. The truth of this law can easily be appreciated in matters of love and seduction. It also works in business. There are times that you are looking for a product, you can't find it, it becomes so scarce, and some people go into panic buying because the product is becoming scarce. They feel like, this product, everybody is buying it, is no longer in the market. Once they see it somewhere, they want to buy it in excess. Some business people also use that strategy. It was also used sometime in Holland. There was this tulip flower that the royal family just intentionally made scarce. They made it scarce. It became so precious, like gold. In fact, it became so scarce, people were looking for it, and then it sparked what they later called tulipomania. You know, that flower was worth more than gold. So this law can happen anywhere. Once you see that people don't value you anymore, just like Napoleon said, he was recognizing this law of absence and presence when he said, if I am often seen at a theater, people will cease to notice me. So make use of this law wherever necessary. It may not apply in every situation, but wherever it is necessary, make sure that you apply it. It says here that there always comes a moment when those in power overstay their welcome. We have grown tired of them, lost respect for them. We see them as no different from the rest of mankind, which is to say that we see them as rather worse, since we inevitably compare their current status in our eyes to their former one. There is an art to knowing when to retire. Quit the stage when the ovation is high. If it is done right, you regain the respect that you had lost and retain a part of your power. As a person, don't go to your neighbor's house too often. Every time you are going there to watch TV, to gist, you become nothing to them. Make yourself scarce. Sometimes lock yourself up in the room. Nobody needs to see you all the time. I made a video like that, like 2 years ago. It's been a long time. 3 ways to keep your respect, to make people respect you. One of the things I said is that avoid over familiarity. Every time you're always entering somebody's house, every time you are the only one going to visit, you are the only one, eating their food, you are the only one doing everything. They see your face. In fact, there are times they will tell their children, tell him I'm not at home, tell him I'm not at home. They will go and hide because your presence has become a burden. Take a break. Disappear. Let them not see you for a while. The next time they are seeing you, you will seem fresh to them. You will seem new to them. they would have missed you. Play that game. It is also called the game of hide and seek. Hide for a while, let them seek you. Let people even be the ones looking for you sometimes. Law 17 says, keep others in suspense. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Humans are creatures of habits with an insatiable need to see familiarity in other people's actions. Your predictability gives them a sense of control. Turn the tables. Be deliberately unpredictable. Behavior that seems to have no consistency or purpose will keep them off balance, and they'll wear themselves out trying to explain your moves. Taken to an extreme, this strategy can intimidate and terrorize. So you really want to use it diplomatically. You want to apply this principle, this law wisely. But then you must know that you should sometimes be unpredictable. Don't allow people to guess your next move or to know your next move or to be able to predict you. Sometimes routine is not bad. Shake the tables, shake things off. Let people not even know what is coming next. Let them not know what your next move is. Do something that will just unrattle them. Do some things that will unsettle the group. Sometimes we get so comfortable with routines, the same way we have been doing things. Maybe because we think that if we change, if we bring a different approach, people may not want to relate with us or something. But it is not true. Sometimes people get bored. Put yourself in the same shoes. You get bored when things are monotonous. Nothing new, nothing different, nothing to look forward to, nothing exciting. There is no act of predictability. Right. So this is something that you must do once in a while. Let people not be able to guess your next move. Let people be wondering what exactly is going on. There are some people that used it. An example is Pablo Picasso. He worked with an art dealer named Paul Rosenberg. And then one day, for no reason at all, no apparent reason, he told his dealer that he would no longer give him any work of art to sell. And what happened? This dealer, Mr. Paul, for the next 48 hours was thinking, what have I done wrong? Is it that he has other dealers that he's now supplying artwork? What exactly is going on? He was so not sure. What have I done? Right. And then the next time he went to Mr. Pablo Picasso, he told him, see, I am willing to offer a higher amount for this artwork than I used to. I am willing. Just let me have them. I know that I've been accustomed to paying you so amounts. Now I'm willing to pay more. That way he saw more value in the artwork. Sometimes some customers will come to you. They know that once they price you low, you are going to agree. Be unpredictable. Stick to it. Let them see the value that you are offering. They'll go back and think, for this woman not to back down on this price. Okay, I'm live now. I was reconnecting there for a while. Yeah, connecting there for a while. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard the last thing that I said, but then the bottom line of law 17 is that you should be unpredictable. Don't get too used to routines. Sometimes shake things up, be different. Let people see you in a different light. Let them see what you're offering in a different light. Just turn the tables sometimes, right? It helps you to be in control. People cannot guess your next move. The last one we're reviewing for today is law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. As human beings, we are social creatures. Don't go and hide somewhere. Don't isolate yourself. Make sure that you don't build a fortress around yourself that makes it difficult for other people to come near you or to be able to help you to know what is going on in your life. It is very dangerous. It has led to death for some people. There are some people that will just isolate themselves. People don't know what is going on in their lives. They don't know what they are going through. They're not sharing with anybody. They just built this fortress, this wall of separation around themselves. They think that it is protection from external forces, but they are opening themselves up more to attacks. So don't ever isolate yourself. The world is dangerous and enemies are everywhere. Everyone has to protect themselves. A fortress seems the safest, but isolation exposes you to more danger than it protects you from. It cuts you off from valuable information. It makes you conspicuous and an easy target. Better to circulate among people, find allies, mingle. You are shielded from your enemies by the crowd. When you are in the midst of people, in the midst of the crowd, it is difficult for the enemy to attack you. Don't go hiding somewhere, no matter how big the problem you think you're going through may be. Make sure you are surrounded by people, valuable people, the people you trust, your friends, your loved ones. One popular social media influencer committed suicide just last week, and it was a painful death. And I was forced to go and read his story. I didn't know him. My younger sister was telling me about him, that he was the influencer of influencers back then. He was one of the first influencers in Nigeria on social media. He was the one that mentored many of the popular social media influencers that we have in Nigeria now. He was doing so well. He had brand deals. He was popular. All of a sudden, he just went into hiding. People were not hearing from him. And then he came back again online. People were saying, oh, where have you been? And things like that. In fact, they said all the influencers that he mentored then, they all used to live in his house. He would feed them. If anyone was going somewhere in Lagos and they were stranded, they were always in his house. He would feed them, he would take care of them. They saw his house as a go-to place. So he disappeared, he reappeared, and then everybody thought, everything was already fine, only for us to hear the news last week that he committed suicide. In fact, he dropped a note that people should not cry for him. He had tried his best. It was so painful, right? Don't go into hiding. Make sure that you are surrounded by people. That is the way we are made. We are not animals. Even in the military, a fortress may feel like a safe place. No, it is not. The enemy will easily target you, that you are alone, and then they are going to attack you. Make sure you network with people, you connect with people, you mingle. Intentionally dress up sometimes, go to a social gathering, call people up, hang out. You may want to do it reasonably. I'm not saying every time you have to be amongst people. No, there are times that you be alone, you meditate, you spend time with yourself. In fact, you must grow confidence to that level that you can spend time with yourself and enjoy your company. But when you see that you're already falling into depression, you are on your own, you don't want to mingle with people every time you're alone, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. Mix and mingle with people, network with people, and it will help you. Make sure you know people in your business, people who matter to your life. You call them up. Make friends, make good friends, quality friends. Let people know what is going on with you. That is when they can help you. If you are going through any problem and you keep it to yourself, you cannot even get help that way. But if you open up to people, the person may readily have the solution to your problem and you enjoy your life better. I don't know how people who cut others off really enjoy their lives. Even their loved ones, they cannot spend time with them. They're always alone. It's really not a good thing. Isolation is dangerous. I don't want you to forget that. This is where we're going to stop today. I hope that you got something from today's review. In case you're just joining, this is the book we're currently reviewing, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. So we've done up to law 18. Tomorrow is Saturday. On Monday, by God's grace, we're going to continue from 19, and then we'll do 19, 20, 21, 22. 4 laws at a go. Don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me, and please subscribe to this channel in case you are yet subscribed. I remain Olaide Baje, also known as First Lady. And on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. I'll see you on Monday by God's grace. Have a nice weekend. And until then, be intentional. Bye.